Welcome everyone to a 7 minutes or less recap. Here I will be recapping the events of Season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and recapping as much as I can into the next season. The first episode, the pilot, takes place sometime after the events of The Avengers and Iron Man 3, where, you all know this, Phil Coulson is alive. Phil assembles a team: Melinda May, Grant Ward, Leo Fitz, and Gemma Simmons. Grant is the new addition to the team. The group investigates superhuman and other related events as a man, Mike Peterson, becomes person of interest after the Extremis program makes its way through the city by a nefarious underground group called Project Centipede. A girl named Sky, a hacktivist, meets Peterson and tries to help him but ultimately fails. Peterson kidnaps her and our team saves the day by subduing Peterson. Phil sees Sky as an asset and offers her a place on the team. The themes and story content range from elements from the history already set up from the films, like Iron Man 3's Extremis plotline, Avengers MacGuffin, the Tesseract, that used to power Hydra weapons, scientists in danger from big corporate figureheads that want to change science as we know it, small elements within the show's own history to set up technology that will be used for later, slow tease in the idea of someone behind the curtain manipulating things, while a girl known solely as the girl in the flower dress will be a face to the mysterious plot unfolding in connections to the clairvoyant, people who deal with the aftermath of the Avengers and get a hold of alien technology, and expansion to the S.H.I.E.L.D. facility by introducing lead agents in charge of the hub. After the 7th episode, Thor: The Dark World comes in, and we get our next set of episodes, 8 through 15. Episode 8 is the direct aftermath of Thor: The Dark World, dealing with a staff that was broken into 3 pieces by a Norse god who broke away from the war way back when. While this is a cool plot, the real reveal is Ward's painful memories of him being trapped in a well. Episode 9 gives us a glimpse of Melinda May's backstory, as she has an experience with superhuman people before and was the only sole survivor of an incident that dealt with a small child killed in a crossfire. Episode 10 is about a situation that unfolds with Phil Coulson wanting Mike Peterson to suit up and help the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. This reveals Raina, the girl in the flower dress, to be involved, wanting Coulson all along in this whole mix-up, but presumably causing Mike Peterson's death in an explosion. Episode 11 reveals Phil's backstory as to how he's alive since the Battle of New York. Raina becomes in charge of this little operation. Coulson finds out that he was dead for days rather than minutes. His Tahiti vacation was all a fabrication while he lost the will to live. Meanwhile, Mike Peterson is revealed to be alive and is receiving instructions from the clairvoyant. Episode 12 has an interesting story with 2 kids creating a weather machine, but it's ultimately not the important storyline. Sky finds out a little bit about her past and where she resides in this whole story, but the story doesn't tell us. It only tells Sky. Episode 13, Quinn, a businessman philanthropist introduced early on in this season, episode 3, is an asset to the clairvoyant and our team tracks him down. Well, not quite. Quinn buys a highly expensive tech for an unknown reason, and Coulson's team follows the item on a train. Undercover. But things go haywire. The tech was for Mike Peterson, a robotic prosthetic leg, making him into Deathlock. Sky makes it into Quinn's mansion and finds out about all of this, but then Quinn shoots Sky twice, leaving her fate in the air. Episode 14 has Sky's life in the balance, while Coulson wishes to use whatever was used on him to save Sky. But with Quinn in custody, he isn't the only one wanted by S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. John Garrett, played by the late Bill Paxton, and Anton Triplett want Quinn as well. These 2 will be in the show from here on out. Triplett and Garrett take Quinn while Coulson finds an antidote. Coulson finds out what was used to resurrect him. The GH325 serum was from a blue alien corpse. Episode 15 has a tie-in with Thor: The Dark World as Lady Sif is tracking down an old foe. This old foe who is making men do her bidding. At the end of the episode, Coulson restores Sky back to her normal functioning self, but Coulson is done hiding secrets and is tired of not knowing anything. Pursuing the clairvoyant while on their own pursuit over the answers they need, Melinda May hears this conversation and informs a mysterious someone. Episode 16, Mike Peterson shows up as the clairvoyant assassin, attacking Triplet and Garrett. Weeks later, Coulson hires them to pursue the clairvoyant. A trail here and a lead there brings them all to face with the supposed clairvoyant. However, Ward shoots him dead. Fitz and Simmons find May's communication line and suspect her to be double-crossing. Victoria Hand, in charge of the hub, is seemingly a bad guy, informing her agents to kill on sight, except for Coulson. Episode 17 runs concurrently with Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Hydra is revealed to be within S.H.I.E.L.D, and things are now sent spiraling out of control. Coulson distrusts May after the knowledge of further orders from Fury, but Fury is revealed to be dead. Victoria Hand reveals herself to be a good guy, but thinks Coulson isn't. Long story short, we find out that Garrett is the clairvoyant. Not only that, Grant Ward is a part of Hydra. Ward kills Victoria Hand and takes off with Garrett. We are introduced to Glenn Talbot, who will be more or less prominent in these last few episodes, who is looking to shut down any remaining S.H.I.E.L.D. agent down due to the reveal of Hydra. Ward shows his true colors and is truly a part of Hydra, along with Garrett and Raina, who helps them. At this given time, Ward is unknown to the team of his turn. Later on, Skye finds out and is terrified of this information. She then sends a message out to her team to warn them. Maria Hill shows up to help put some focus in this conflict, but ends up aiding Coulson against Talbot. Long story coming to a close, Coulson confronts Garrett with the help of Fury, who helped Fitz and Simmons previously. Garrett ultimately dies. Peterson within this episode tears away to redeem himself. Raina shows a photo to a mysterious man who seems to be Skye's father. Fury talks with Coulson, telling him to build S.H.I.E.L.D. from the ground up. And in a post-credit scene, Coulson starts making weird shapes on a wall. And this concludes our recap for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I hope you enjoyed. I try to get recaps and TV show reviews under 7 minutes or less. Some a few seconds over than the given time. But I hope you all enjoyed. If you want more recaps from me, like this video and subscribe, and I'll get you more videos in the future.